Welcome to the Chris and Walt Top 10 Show, where we count down the top 10 covers to something. I am Walt.
And I am Chris.
And Chris, what a great time to remind everyone that these videos are brought to us by icecollectibles.com. Please visit icecollectibles.com, Canada's best place to sell your collectibles, and a fantastic place to buy your collectibles. Thank you. Thanks to our weekly eBay auction. So please check that out. All right, Chris, you're going to tell me what we have on tap for today's video.
That's right. So today on tap, we are going to have the top 10 kinds of kryptonite.
Wait a minute. There's more than one kind of kryptonite?
There is more. I knew. I figured you might not know this. There are more than one kind of kryptonite.
What if I told you I did know it, but I'm playing possible?
Well, that's possible too. That's possible too.
Okay. It's not possible at all. I have no idea. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, here we go. All right, so first of all, a little disclaimer here. So as we all know, the first appearance of Kryptonite actually appeared in not a comic book form, but in the radio show. There was a Superman radio show, which is the first time we actually hear the term Kryptonite. Mm-hmm. Then we actually see it for the first time in Superman number 61. Wow. Now, that particular Kryptonite was a generic kind of Kryptonite, I'll call it. It was the first time it had been used in comics. It was a red Kryptonite, but it had been done the way that normally how we know Kryptonite, like it made him weak and all that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
Then later on, they made different kinds of Kryptonite with different colors, and each of the colors made him do something different.
Oh, okay. This is going to be very interesting.
Okay, so here we have number 10. The first one we've got here is actually the white Kryptonite. Now, white Kryptonite does not, in fact, do anything to Superman or anybody from Krypton. It was first appeared in Adventure Comics number 279. And white Kryptonite destroys all plant life and vegetation.
Whoa.
So it
doesn't do anything
do anything to Superman, no.
So it's like a weed killer.
Kind of like a weed killer. I wouldn't mind a little bit of that in my backyard.
It's like Roundup.
That's right. Yeah, it's the comic book version of Roundup.
Comic book version of Roundup.
That's right.
That is cool.
Okay, number 9. Next up we have yellow Kryptonite.
Wait, yellow Kryptonite.
Yellow Kryptonite.
Is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
I don't want to talk about
it. All right. Okay. This one makes people who are susceptible, so if they're Kryptonian, fear. So it makes them scared.
Makes them yellow.
And this first appeared in Superman Family Adventures number 12. Now, there's going to be people out there who are going to say that this is not canon, that Superman Family Adventures comic books are not part of the DC canon.
What do they know, Chris?
What do they know?
Yes.
Because you know what I'm going to tell them to that?
What?
Batman Adventures 12.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
That was Batman Adventures. That is now canon. So you know what?
Yeah.
People are going to say, well, no, actually, it first appeared in mainstream in Harley Quinn number 1, the one shot. You know what? Whatever. I get it. I get what you're going to say.
Hey, guy, if you're going to go that far.
That's right.
Pour yourself a drink.
Okay. Next up, number 8. Periwinkle Kryptonite.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Periwinkle Kryptonite.
That's right.
Is that a color?
Periwinkle is a color. It's kind of like a soft purple kind of.
Soft purple.
Kind of like that. Purpley blue.
Like lavender?
Kind of like that, but close. More purpley.
More purple.
That's right, yeah.
Wonderful.
So, Periwinkle Kryptonite appeared in Superman Family Adventures number 9, and when Superman is exposed to Periwinkle Kryptonite,
which he is often, I would imagine.
Often, it gives him a sense of joy and elation.
Oh, why wouldn't it? Does it come in pill form, Chris?
If only. Wish I could take some of that.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Number 7. Now we have silver Kryptonite. And now, here's the thing. This first actually appeared in Jimmy Olsen number 70. However, silver Kryptonite back in that particular comic was it was fake. There was nothing. It was a made up kryptonite.
Right.
It didn't. It's like somebody in the comic had made it. I think Lex Luthor had made it or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a nothing kryptonite.
Right.
However, it has then since then been retconned in Superman Batman number 46 to give people Superman paranoid delusions. So almost like you've had a bad LSD trip.
Right on. So the creative team here of Green, Davis, and Banning.
That's right.
We're going, hey man, I read this great Jimmy Olsen book yesterday. You know what we got to bring back?
We got to bring back
Silver Kryptonite.
Silver Kryptonite, man.
Right, we got to trip out on that. That is fantastic. Okay, Silver Kryptonite.
That's right.
Paranoid.
Okay, here we go. Number 6. Next up, we have Blue Kryptonite.
Oh.
Now, interestingly enough, Blue Kryptonite does actually not affect Superman, but it affects the people of the Bizarro world.
Really?
So it affects the Bizarro people the same way Green Kryptonite, which we'll get to later on, would affect Superman.
So negatively
takes away their powers or makes them
stuff.
feel weak, that kind of thing.
Blue Kryptonite.
Blue Kryptonite, and that first appeared in Superman number 140. So that's an old book. So this is something that's been around for a long time.
Right, that is cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, here we go. Number 5, we have Pink Kryptonite. So
why are you laughing at that?
Because it is an odd kryptonite. It's pink kryptonite.
Well, pink is usually associated with girls.
Generally speaking,
kind of in pop
Barbie
culture.
and all those kinds. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So pink kryptonite first appeared in Supergirl number 79, and it makes the affected Kryptonian feel like they're the other gender.
Careful what you're saying here.
So Superman becomes a little bit more womanly, feminine, that kind of thing.
Right.
And if it was affecting a female, it would be more male attribute.
Wonderful. I did not know that either. Hey, and that's a classic cover.
That is a very classic cover. Yep.
That's an homage from one of those.
From Crisis number 6, I think it is.
Something like that, or 7.
Or 7, yep. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Now we have the Black Kryptonite.
Right.
So Black Kryptonite actually makes people not only become evil, but it can actually cause a separation of the person, so that kind of like remember the old Star Trek where that was the evil Kirk from episode 29.
That's right.
This is the same thing.
One. Mirror.
Exactly.
Oh, what a great episode that was.
So this one now becomes there's now a good Supergirl and an evil Supergirl in this first appearance in Supergirl number 2.
I think Supergirl looks fantastic in black in that.
I agree. It's a good look.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
All right. So black is the Black Kryptonite turns evil.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Number 3. Here we have Gold Kryptonite.
Gold Kryptonite.
Now this, again, another old one here. It first appeared in Adventure Comics number 299. And Gold Kryptonite will take away their powers forever. Permanent loss of power.
Yeah, but you can use it if you're missing a tooth, right?
I suppose you could. Yeah, I suppose you could. I don't know if you'd really want to, because then you'd always have your no powers.
Fair.
Right?
Right. Okay. So wait a minute. So Gold permanently loses?
Gold, permanent loss of power.
Well, hold on here. How does that work? Superman's holding the gold there.
Why you gotta ask me so many questions?
Don't ask too many questions.
These are comic books.
You'll just be disappointed.
That's right. Number 2. Red Kryptonite.
Red Kryptonite.
So
Let me guess.
Yes.
Gets you mad.
Mean, angry, mad.
Yeah.
No. So Red Kryptonite first appeared in Adventure Comics number 252 with Superboy, actually.
Yep.
But Red Kryptonite is unpredictable.
Sure.
So remember all those crazy Superman comics covers where Superman becomes like a half lion, or becomes like smoke or something like that, or becomes 1,000 pounds.
I do remember those.
So those issues were when he was exposed to Red Kryptonite. So it changes Superman or any Kryptonian in some unpredictable way.
How about all those covers where Superman was just a total ass and a jerk? Is that the same thing?
That may have been a little bit of that Black Kryptonite.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Wow, I did not know that. Okay, so what, like obviously at some point later on, somebody goes, yeah, all those times it was all red kryptonite.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
So somebody's just covering up some shoddy
Maybe
writing of the
a little bit of retcon going on
of
there.
the late 50s,
Yeah,
early
that's
60s.
right.
All right, fantastic stuff, Chris. Hey, what a great time to remind everyone to please go down and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Those things do help our videos, so please do it. All right, Chris, let's do a drum roll for number
Okay,
one.
drum roll, please. And here we go. Number one, of course, green kryptonite has to be number one. The most, the one we all think about when we think of kryptonite.
Right.
Loss of powers and strength. Although it did actually appear for the first time, but not as green kryptonite in that Superman Comics number 61.
Right.
In Action number 161, it appears for the first time as a green kryptonite, the one we all know and love.
We all, except Soups.
Except for Superman. Yeah, that's
hates
right.
it.
Do you remember in the, and I think it was was it Superman 2 when Lex Luthor was taking over the world and he had that big chunk of, he put a big chunk of kryptonite on Superman's chest.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
That was a good movie.
It was a fantastic movie. Not as good as Soup 1, but Soup 2 was
No.
a good movie. It's funny with kryptonite, a great topic, I love it. It's funny how the word kryptonite has kind of entered the English language
100%,
lexicon.
yeah.
And it's like, that's my kryptonite, that's his kryptonite.
That's my weakness.
That's my weakness.
That's right, yeah.
It's synonymous with somebody's Achilles heel.
That's right,
and all that kind of stuff. What a great topic, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Perfect.
All right, listen, these videos, hey, if you like this content, please let us know some subject matter you'd like us to cover down in the comments field, and we'll do our best to do so. But hey, these videos are brought to us by icecollectibles.com. Please visit icecollectibles.com, Canada's best place to sell your collectibles.
And go out and have yourself a great day.